Hey everybody, welcome to Daily Reflections with Chris. My name is Chris, and we read out of the well, I read, but you can read along. If you ever want to get this book, it's called Daily Reflections. You can just Google it, maybe buy it at Half Price Books or at the flea market or something. They're everywhere. It's called Daily Reflections, and for those of you who are new to my channel, what I do here is I read out of this book to help me stay on topic as I share my experience, strength, and hope with you guys over my recovery with alcohol, right? As it pertains to my recovery from alcohol. So let's get started. Today's March the 2nd, and the title of this entry is called Hope. Do not be discouraged, period. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 60. Few experiences are of less value to me than fast sobriety. Too many times discouragement has been the bonus for unrealistic expectations, not to mention self-pity or fatigue from my wanting to change the world by the weekend. Discouragement is a warning signal that I may have wandered across the God line. The secret of fulfilling my potential is in acknowledging my limitations and believing that time is a gift, not a threat. Hope is a key that unlocks the door of discouragement. The program promises me that if I do not pick up the first drink today, I will always have hope. Having come to believe that I keep what I share, every time I encourage, I receive courage. It is with others that, with the grace of God and the fellowship of AA, I trudge the road of happy destiny. May I always remember that the power within me is far greater than any fear before me. May I always have patience, for I am on the right road. Okay. As always, so many things I could talk about. Why? Talking about recovery is my second favorite thing to do. But you couldn't tell that. You would think it was my first thing to do, but I like talking about other things too, but I really like talking about recovery because it really gives me an opportunity to look at myself, right? Where am I today? If I go down this reading, which is really good by the way, seeing as how when I first got here, I didn't have hope, and it talks about that. I could lose it in an instant. As soon as I pick up that first drink, I will lose hope, and folks, it does happen. It happened to me 2 times already. Yeah, I've lost hope more than once, but picking up the drink will take me there automatically. Yep. So those of you who know, I do have 2 dogs. They're in a playful mood right now, so they're playing, which is kind of cool because I hadn't seen them play like that in a minute. Okay, so like I said, I could look at this and ask myself these questions. Where am I? Where am I spiritually, emotionally, right? Am I discouraged? Do I feel discouraged right now? Okay. Question. Chris, do you feel discouraged? Yes, I do feel discouraged. Well, discouragement is a warning signal that you may have wandered against the God line. Have you thought about that? No, I didn't think about that because I'm there and I didn't know I was there. So I wasn't trying to get over this God line. It just, I feel like it happened, time and time, you get the no, time and time after they say they pick somebody else. I mean, the shit. Talk about, a few videos ago, I talked about the weary heart. How it grows faint. It loses hope. A weary heart that keeps, wanting certain things, wishing for something, praying things, and they never happen, right? Well, here it says, hope is the key that unlocks the door of discouragement. It is with others that, with the grace of God and the fellowship of AA, I trudge the road of happy destiny. May I always remember, and this is the stuff that I forget, that the power within me is far greater than any fear before me. May I always have patience, for I am on the right road. Ay. So, me, I've always kind of been like one of those, my ego driven, right? I always want to do the best, have all the right answers. Like speed math. Speed math is my favorite. Oh my god, 2 plus 2 is 4. I would like, we would go in middle school. They would line us up and they'll be like, okay, we're gonna have a speed math, and they would line us up and they'll be like, whoever gets the answer moves to the next person and doesn't sit down, so right at our desk. And then the next one, and I would just move down the line and just like buzz these people, and I would have the correct answer, like speed math with my thing. And so that ego of people saying, oh my god, you're freaking awesome, you're so freaking smart. Man, I love hearing compliments, but this boy here, he can't take one and just be like okay with it, be like, thank you very much. At first he can, he'd be like, yeah, thank you, appreciate that, because I'm humbled. At some point I'm like, I would like just some work. I just want to like make it through the night. I would like to pay my bills this month, right? I don't want to get my phone cut off or my lights turned off or be thrown out of my home, right? I mean, there's a lot riding on me, as everybody. I'm not the only one, right? I understand that today. I'm not the only one. There's several of us out there. So yeah, it's not something I'm always looking for, but sometimes, man, I get something like that and I just roll with it and I just go and I just keep going, and it's just like, Jesus, are you freaking serious, Chris? Has it gotten to the point where people can't even tell you one nice thing, or you're gone? You're gone. You want to be the boss of everything. Okay, it's happened to me several times here lately, more than anything. And I've had to come back from that. I've had to pull myself back from that. Mostly because time and time again, those who have shared with me, they tell me right here, the secret of fulfilling my potential, in other words, all those dreams, all those wants, getting married, becoming somebody at my job, all that stuff, the secret of fulfilling all of it, all my potential, everything. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's I don't know how to play guitar, but I'm trying. I don't know how to make videos, but here I am. Is in acknowledging my limitations and believing that time is a gift, not a I ain't got no limitations. That's my belief. I don't have any limitations. Come on, let's do this. Let's go. And before you know it, I'm blowing up. I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting tired, and I'm not getting nowhere. I'm running like in a squirrel cage and not getting anywhere. Why? Because I have a problem. I have this little thing inside me that won't acknowledge my limitations, to be able to say, look, thank you, man. I really appreciate you believing in me. But right this moment, I feel like that's a little too much work for me. Or I don't feel like I'll finish in time. Can I get some help? Ooh, asking for help. That's another one. I have a problem asking for help. One of my limitations. And believing that time is a gift, not a threat. Oh my God. Believing that time is a gift, not a threat. That idea of, if I don't get it right now, I'm never going to get it. This is going to be the last chance. This is the last opportunity I will ever have to have that, whatever it is that I want. My God, those old ways of thinking, that mindset is like, it's crazy. It's crazy, and it gets me in a lot of trouble. So much trouble. But today I don't feel bad about it, because thanks to this program, I've been able to work through a lot of things here this past few weeks. And to be reminded of that, it's like, okay, I'm in a spot right now, not to like keep going back and forth, but stuff comes up when I'm reading to you guys, or when I'm talking with y'all, that doesn't come out right away. And one of the things is that, how many times have you asked a drunk person, be quiet already, be quiet, and do they be quiet? No. You tell them, stop already, and do they stop? No. Stop being necio. Do they stop? No, they're still necio, right? So sometimes it's because they're in a spot where they can't hear even when they want to hear, and even if they want to stop, they can't stop. I've been there. Man, you would tell me to be quiet, and it's like you told me to keep talking. You say, be quiet. All right, I'll be quiet, man. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to blah, 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 blah. And before you know, I'm talking. They're like, you're talking again. It's like, I know I'm talking again, but, and before you know, then it's like, dude, what the hell? I can do my own thing. You ain't got to tell me to be quiet. And then it turns out to a big old fight, right? I mean, it's happened to me so many times that I could recite the whole conversation over and over. And it's the same one, just different people. Like, I was just that person. I was not in a spot to listen clearly. When they come into the rooms, brand new, maybe sometimes still drunk, we don't give them a huge amount of information because they're not yet susceptible to the information. We let them come in. We get them a cup of coffee. We buy them some sweet bread. We talk a little bit about ourselves to the able. And then once they're ready, they say, hey, I'm going to talk about this. And then we talk to them about it. Well, the first step, man, we're powerless over this stuff. There's nothing I can do to stop myself. Once I pick up the drink, there's nothing I can do to stop myself. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. I don't react to alcohol like normal people do. And most of the people in my group have the same reaction. They drink one, they want another one. They just opened one, I bet they're already thinking about the second one. They haven't even drank it yet, and they're already wanting the second one. I mean, there's already water in their mouth. I can tell you tons of stories that'll make my mouth watery, but I don't want to go there today, right? So I get the newcomer when he comes in. So lately, when I'm all ego-driven, I'm way up in my head. I'm so stuck up there. I got these thoughts that just won't let me breathe. Man, they're just like controlling everything. I'm like this. Wherever my head says I'm going, that's what I'm following. My body's following. It don't want to go, but it's going. You know, I'm being controlled by my mind. That's what it feels like. In that moment, I cannot hear anything. I cannot hear the advice. I cannot hear the I love yous. I cannot hear we're on your side. I cannot hear we want the best. I cannot hear that because I'm so stuck. But now that I'm unstuck from that, now that the shift has happened, now that something has changed, I'm able to read this and be like, okay, it's okay to acknowledge my limitations. It's okay to say, I can't today. It's okay to say, I need help. It's okay to say, whatever that limitation is. I'm not sure how to do this. Can you help me? That's another limitation, right? Asking for help. To me, those things, they used to be threats. They used to be threats, and today I can see it as something that, well, acknowledging that it'll help me, right? And believing that time is a gift. This thing about time, man. Oh, God's been so good to me. Really, really good to me. He's elevated me way before a lot of people. When people said they can't be done, he found a way that I would do it. I don't know how. It just happens. He's just like boom, and I feel like I know when that's happening because I get these strong feelings inside, like the time that I was sitting in the corner of Congress and whatever. I don't even know, fourth or third, whatever. I was just standing there and just looking at a high rise and thinking like, man, this city's beautiful right here in Austin, Texas. Way before I moved in here. Well, not way before I moved in here. But some time ago, about 7 years ago, standing in that corner and just all of a sudden just thinking like, wow, this city is really beautiful. And I said, God, if I can do anything for this city at all, if you can use me here in any way, shape, or form, I said, I'm available. I said, pick me. And I picked up my hand like that, and I felt this one just go, and I was like, oh man. I was like, I'm coming to Austin. I knew it then and there. I said, I'm coming to Austin. I didn't know how I was going to get here. I didn't know when I was going to get here. I just knew that I was coming to Austin. About 2 months in, I got offered a position to come and work for the post office here in Austin, and I was like, wow, okay. Still not thinking about it, right? And I I was commuting every day, and after a while, you know, working every day, 12-hour days, because it was really busy. Back then, like really, really busy, and working 12-hour days, 6 days a week, you know, got tired, and I started falling asleep on the road. And I said, man, you know, I think I'm worth more than this. Like, I don't want to fall asleep on the road and die. So within the first 6 months of me working here, I moved to Austin. And I remember a year later being at that same convention, being in the same corner, and just thinking like, wow. It gives me the chills to think about it. I said, man, I knew I was coming. And here I am. And I didn't even think that here I am. Here I am. I was so excited in that moment, just thinking like, whoa, you said it was going to happen? And I had kind of not forgotten about it, but not making such a big deal about it. And here I am. A year later, already living a good life, you know, because it only took 6 months. And to me, that's not a lot of time. Six months feels fast for me. It feels like, okay, it happened fast. And then even then I was like, well, thank you, God. I'm so excited. You know, I was in a different spot. For fast forward, they said, Chris, ain't nobody ever gone from an RCA to a regular ever. And somebody told me that, and I remember thinking real strongly in my heart, saying, you're not God. And in that moment, I was like, oh my God, that would be awesome, because I knew that it was going to happen. I already knew that it was going to happen. I said, oh my God, that would be so awesome. Right? 18 months into my career here, not in a career, into 18 months into being an RCA, I went from an RCA to a regular. It hadn't been done before me. It hadn't been done in a long time, and it hadn't been done in what that person knew about it. So, you know, there's certain areas in my life that God has said, okay, I'm gonna start you here. That I have said, I will start at the bottom. If you want me to be the janitor, I'll be the best freaking janitor. And then if you want to give me some keys, I'll take care of those keys. And if you want me to do 2 floors, those will be my floors. You know, like I'm willing to start at the bottom. And every time I start at the bottom, God says, no, push. He pushes me to the top, sometimes way far up there. And it's scary, but it has happened in my life. Tons of time. So here I am in a whole different position, learning whole different new things, and not able to believe that time is a gift. I'm thinking it's a threat. I was like, whoa. Last time it only took you 6 months, God. It's already been over a year. There was a shot for you to elevate me, and you didn't. Somebody else passed me up. I did really good in that job, and they said that they would push me up, and they didn't. I have a degree, Lord. And these people be treating me like I ain't nobody. All these thoughts get in my head, and they get stuck there. And then they start, and before you know it, I can't stop nor hear anything. And I'm so grateful that what happened I'm not grateful for, I'm not happy with what I did. There's no way. Am I still ashamed of it? Probably not. Am I still willing to never do it again? Absolutely. Right? But what I know today is that my dogs love to bark a lot. That's what I know. And I don't know. That's Kimberly's bark for Aaron's doing something and he's not listening. That's her bark for Aaron's not listening. So I'll give her attention here. But first I just want to finish up, and then says, and there's like a prayer. It's almost like a prayer here. May I always remember that the power within me is far greater than any fear before me. And may I always have patience, for I am on the right path. If I'm asking for it, if I'm looking for it, it's because I don't have it. So what I've learned today is, while you know, I'm grateful for the program, for the 12-step program that I put me through, to who I put myself through the ringer, but the program really got into the deepness of me that was still kind of withholding me, right? Just holding me back. I'm very appreciative, very appreciative. So I'm gonna change this up just a little bit to fit me, and you can always change stuff up. I mean, it says, even in the big book, it says that you could change the third step prayer for long as the meaning is still the same. It says, I will remember today, only for today, right? It's a 24-hour program. Today I remember that the power within me is greater than any fear before me. Today I will have patience, for I am on the right path. I don't want to learn about patience. I refuse to. I'm learning it. But, you know, people got me scared into not praying for patience. So today I'm just going to claim that I have it. I have the patience. I'm on the right path. The power within me is greater than anything out here before me. Any fear, any obstacle, any closed door. Man, I'm bigger than that. I'm greater than that. The fact that I'm fearless and limitless, my God, it just takes me to some insane places. But you know, before I get there, before I get to Crazyville, a lot of really good things happen. I get to experience things that I've never experienced. I get to talk to people I've never been able to talk to. I get to ask questions I've never been able to ask. I make turns I've never been able to make before. I ride down roads I'm scared to ride down, talk about conversations I don't want to talk about. Why? Because I feel limitless and powerless and fearless. I mean, I feel fearless and I feel limitless. Powerlessness is just when I take the drink. That's when I'm powerless. I'm powerless over the alcohol. But as far as everything else, I have the power within me to get past a lot of things, to crush my day, to do my job well, to speak with love. I have that power within me. And it got blocked out by all these things that I wasn't getting. And I wasn't realizing that what I already have, that what I got already within me is bigger than any of those things. It's bigger than a promotion. It's bigger than... I don't want to go there anymore, but it's bigger than what I've been through these past few days, right? I don't want to keep reliving it, but I have learned a lot, so much from it, that I can thank that. I can thank that situation. I can thank those people who spoke to me unkindly, not to hurt me, but knowing that something wasn't right, and that what they were speaking to was not me as a person, but a spirit inside that had got total control of my life that was no good. No good for me, no good for them, no good for my family, no good for the company I keep, no good for nobody. It was about to ruin me. And they had the balls. Sorry, they had they had what it took, whatever that was. The fearlessness, the courage to tell me, Chris, what's going on? Something's not right here. It's not the first time. We're getting worried. Who are you? Are you this person? People who talk to me like I'm a person, not a number. I know I'm indispensable. As soon as I leave, they'll get another one. Maybe 2 or 3. They're all out there. Everybody needs a job right now. But they didn't talk to me that way. They talked to me like a person. I'm so grateful. People, I have a really good life. It's nothing to do. I mean, yeah, it has something to do with where I live, the car I drive, where I work. Yeah, it all contributes to it, because it all contributes to this dream that I have. But it's also because of the people in my life. They make every day just, oh man, it's so much fun. Make my days fun, make my days interesting, make the highs and lows feel kind of easy, not too hard, kind of good sometimes. I'm appreciative of those people in my life. If you don't have those people in your life, friends, I encourage you to find those people in your life. If you're out there struggling, I got an early morning text about 3 a.m. from one of my beautiful nieces. Wonderful person. God, talented, beautiful, gorgeous, smart woman. Says, truth is, I'm lost. She finally got a hold of me and says, I'm going to school, I'm doing good. I said, man, I'm so happy for you. So that I want is the best for them, and I pray for them every day that they would have that. And today she said, I'm lost, Chris. I don't know what to do. I've lost my babies. My relationship is in shambles. Staying with a friend. It's been 2 days. And I don't know what to do. Maybe that's you today. It was me one time. I was that lost person without hope. Find people in your life, man, that you could just hold on to. It's not always going to feel good. But man, it can get good. Get somebody who just is going to be honest with you and be like, Marty, oops, sorry. Be like, I know it hurts. I know what it is to be lost. Your children, they're going to love you just like you love your mom and your grandmother that you lost. It's okay to cry. I know it hurts. It wasn't a good year for us. They lost their mother, their father, their grandmother, not her children. And if she's anything like me, she doesn't think that the drugs or the alcohol have anything to do with it. And there was a point that even if I could admit that that was a problem, I wasn't willing to do anything different. If you're at the point where you're willing to do something different, folks, I encourage you, go and find that help. Where you find it is all personal. Go to a therapist, go to your grandma, go somewhere, find it, go, and you seek it and you will find it. 12-step program, therapy, church, go. You will find it. The 12 Steps of Alcoholics Anonymous was not the first door that I banged on for help, folks. But for me, it was the one that worked. It was the one that worked. It's the one that's still working for me right now, or I wouldn't be talking about it. If you're stuck, get unstuck. Move. There's help waiting for you. There's people who don't even know you that love you. There's people who know you and love you. Maybe she didn't want to hear it. As I didn't want to hear it for a very long time. And you know, the more people told me, the more I isolated. They'll say, Chris, you're messing up your life, man. Don't you see it? Get it together. And I would be like, sometimes I wouldn't say nothing. I'll just walk away. How could I argue? Someone knew what they were saying. Someone understood it, but I couldn't stop. I didn't want to stop. I hurt inside. Maybe you're somewhere there, but not all the way there. Maybe you're listening to this thinking, man, oh, I ain't that bad. Ooh, I'm so glad I'm not that bad. Folks, that's okay. You ain't got to get that bad to get help. You don't got to crash. You don't got to get to the bottom. You don't got to get to the nut house. You don't got to get to jail. You don't got to get to prison. You don't have to hit death. Maybe you're just halfway there, but not feeling kind of great. That's okay. Surround yourself with people who are going to strengthen you and build you up. Show you how to be a better person. You know, my teachers tell me, if you're the smartest person in the club, there's something wrong with that. I don't want to be the smartest person. I want to be around people who are going to teach me, who I'm going to learn from, who I want to be like. I don't know if today's topic make any sense. Today's topic was hope. I didn't have any when I got here. I'll say it over and over and over again because it's true. I was a lot like my niece would text me, be I'm lost. I know what that feels like. It's hard for me to sit here and not run over there and try to get her. Not try to protect her, not try to love on her, not try to say, okay, come on, let's go. We're going to go get your kid and everything. Don't get me wrong, folks. I've done that several times. Several times. Go and get them. And they go right back to it. I understand today that if I get better today, it's because I'm doing something for myself to help myself to get better. God is doing most of the work, but I have to do something. I cannot expect people to do it for me. I know she is safe. She is safe right now. She is in a safe house. In a house where they protect her and they don't do drugs there. And they encourage her and they help her and they'll feed her. And I'll touch base with her a little bit later. I might have said too much. Maybe she's asleep right now. I don't know. Coming off of drugs is hard. Detoxing hurts. But I'm grateful for her honesty. I'm grateful that she called me or texted me. I'm really excited. I'm excited for what's about to happen. I look forward to having a conversation with her later. Not like, I told you so, this is what you gotta do. No. A family member to family member. I love you. I want the best for you. And what can I do to help? I know I know my limitations. I can't be banging on no boy with a gun. Probably high. Try to pull his kid away from him. Man, they use those kids like poor kids. They have no choice in the matter. They use those kids like for control. You do what I say, or I'm not gonna let your kid have you. You're not gonna have your kid. Come back to me, or you're never gonna see your kid again. Breaks my heart. Breaks my heart, man. Could have been avoided. That person that's drunk and you tell him, shut up, he keeps talking. Well, the more you tell that same person not to do it, they're gonna do it. I'm not tried everything. Fortunately, people, they just gotta go through what they gotta go through. God, it's hard to watch. I'm so grateful for my sobriety today. Grateful for my nieces, that I love them so much. Hope. Thank you for your time, folks. Thank you for being here with me. Do not be discouraged. You're not alone. There's many ways to recover from this. a million, I mean, maybe not, but thousands of different types of rehabs all over the world, all over this country. Friends, Facebook, Google, ad pages, phone book, prayer. Prayer helped me a lot. It still does. God, I don't know where. I don't know how. And sometimes stuff just appears without me really looking for it through prayer. I encourage you today. Maybe you have a friend or a coworker or somebody in your family that's just feeling discouraged about something not so terrible as alcoholism or drug addiction. I hope that you would encourage them today. Find a way. Make their day lighter. Make your day lighter. This journey called life can be so amazing. Can have some really rough patches, but can be so amazing. I'm grateful to still be here, to enjoy it, to watch it. To be a part of it. So thank you for your time. I apologize I got serious. I didn't mean it to, but some of this stuff I'm able to talk about that I haven't been able to talk about. And through talking about it, I've just talking with you guys, I have some clarity now. Reach out to my niece, let her know that I'm here and that I'm willing, and we'll see where it goes. We'll see how it goes. More shall be revealed, right? Well, thank you for your time, folks. Today is March the 2nd. I'm really grateful to be able to have been here with you. But for now, I gotta get off this phone. I gotta get off this video, and I'm sure you do too. So thank you for your time, and we'll see you again soon.